From Tampa Bay streaming news source, brought to you by AlertTodayFlorida.com. This is ABC Action News.
I'm Lauren St. Germain. Rain chances are a little lower across the Bay Area today. Greg D has your full weather forecast coming up. But first, here are your ABC Action News headlines. All 12 boys and their soccer coach are now freed from a flooded cave where they were trapped for more than 2 weeks. Crews completed the rescue operation in Thailand just before 8 o'clock this morning. The boys were exploring the cave on June 23rd when unexpected rain flooded the tunnels. They survived by drinking water dripping from the cave ceiling. Officials say the boys will spend about a week in the hospital. 28 members of a Lakewood Ranch church are finally back home. Woodland Community Church members were stranded in Haiti since Saturday on a mission trip. The roads to the airport were blocked following deadly protests and canceled flights. Church leaders say it became more dangerous as they got closer to Haiti's capital.
Rocks in the middle of the road, it was just impassable for us. So we turned around just in order to keep our team safe. It's a good thing we did because of what ended up happening the rest of that day in Port-au-Prince.
In order to get home, the church group had to split into two. Some flew into Tampa, others into Orlando. A Hillsborough County deputy is recovering after being bitten by a pit bull. She was investigating a homeless camp behind a Seffner shopping center. The sheriff's office says Randy Betts released his pit bull on that deputy, which bit her leg. Neighbors say they've called code enforcement multiple times, but the camp always resurfaces.
One of those dogs could have crossed into my property and bit one of my kids, so I was very concerned.
The sheriff's office says Betts got violent as they placed him in handcuffs. He's facing several charges, and Animal Services took 2 of the dogs from the campsite. Vacationers flying out of Clearwater might need to make some backup plans. Allegiant Air pilots are threatening to go on strike. They're upset with a scheduling system that often takes them away from their families. The pilots union says there's no timeline for when a strike could begin. Allegiant is one of 2 budget airlines that fly out of St. Pete Clearwater. And fines for illegally parking on St. Pete Beach are going up. A ticket for leaving your car in a residential area will now cost $60 instead of $40. And if your parking meter expires, that's going to cost more too. City leaders also discovered police can issue another ticket every 2 hours, so watch that parking meter. Greg D with Florida's most accurate forecast.
Heading out to the beach today, you're looking at temperatures in the upper 80s to around 90. Watch the sea breeze today. It'll get started at the beaches between noon and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So there could be some rain at a couple of beaches early. Then the activity shifts toward Tampa by the late afternoon and early evening. Now the storms widely scatter. Tampa gets to the low 90s before the storms arrive, but some will move very slow, and that means localized ponding, maybe some street flooding, certainly possible as heavy rain and lots of lightning will accompany many of these storms. You can track them all day long by downloading the Storm Shield app. It's in your phone's app store right now. Lauren.
You can now get news updates all day long on your favorite streaming device, and don't forget to download the free ABC Action News mobile app to receive breaking news alerts.
This ABC Action News Brief was brought to you by AlertFloridaToday.com. Drivers always avoid distractions while driving and focus on the road because safety doesn't happen by accident.